Edelweiss. Every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. I thought it was an Austrian song, but it wasn't. And nobody knows this song in Austria. Grüß Gott zusammen, willkommen auf meinem Kanal. Heute sind wir in Österreich. Hi everyone, we are in Austria today. Not Australia, but Austria. You know, a long time ago, people were really confused Austria with Australia. There were many people who came to Austria and asked if there were kangaroos. That's why people invented a souvenir in Austria saying, no kangaroo in Austria. Edelweiss is the national flower of Austria. Still, nobody knows the song there. Actually, this song was written for the musical The Sound of Music, which was based on the real story of the Austrian family von Trapp, who fled from Austria to America when the Nazis annexed Austria. Their story became a musical, then a musical movie in 1965. This movie was really successful. It won 5 Oscars, but it's not famous in Europe at all. I've never seen an Austrian or a German friend who saw this movie. Every time when I'm in Salzburg, I literally hear Julie Andrews' voice in my head because there are so many places that remind me of the movie. Mirabel Garden, the cathedral, Getreidegasse, the churchyard, and so on. But it's not only the sound of music I think of in Salzburg. There is one important person there. As a child, I always loved playing the piano. Most of the time, I played Mozart. In Salzburg, there are 2 Mozart houses, but the house people commonly visit is Mozart birthplace. It's located in Getreidegasse. It's a small house, but it's not easy to overlook because there are always people who are taking pictures in front of the house, and a big Austrian flag is hanging on the building. The whole area of the Alps around Salzburg is called Salzkammergut, which means salt crown land. Hallstatt is the most famous area in Salzkammergut because of its beautiful landscape and the salt mine. This town was the inspiration for the Walt Disney animation movie, The Frozen. In 2019, there were 10,000 visitors a day in Hallstatt. Once I visited the salt mine in Hallstatt with my friend, it was an incredible experience. Inside of the salt mine, you can see many interesting things. The visitors could use the slide that was used by the mine workers in Rio. There was a little train to come back after the tour, and I found it so amazing to see the oldest stairs in Europe there. In 2001, the 3,300-year-old stairs were excavated. This souvenir is from Innsbruck. Innsbruck is the capital city of Tyrol, and Tyrol is famous for its Alps and yodeling. There are tons of yodelers in many other countries in the world, but in the Alpine area of Austria, southern Germany, and Switzerland, people used to be yodeling to communicate with the people who were living on the other mountains. It was a long-time rural tradition in Europe and became popular in the 1830s as the entertainment in the theaters and the music halls as well. If I think of Innsbruck, 3 things come to my mind. First, the dramatic landscapes of the Alps. Innsbruck is famous for its ski resorts and tradition of hosting winter sports competition. Second, the beautiful old town. The old town center of Innsbruck is very small, but it's worth to visit. Some of the buildings are over 500 years old. The golden roof is the most famous symbol of Innsbruck, which was completed in 1500. The roof is decorated with 2,657 fire-gilded copper tortoise for Emperor Maximilian I to mark his wedding. The third thing I think of in Innsbruck is Swarovski. The Swarovski crystal wall is also a touristic attraction near Innsbruck. I was surprised by the giant entrance to Swarovski crystal wall. Let's go to the capital of Austria. I read an article about Vienna saying that Vienna is like the Audrey Hepburn of capital cities. Elegant, sophisticated, beautiful, and glamorous. The city is famous for its opera and imperial history, grand museums, Art Nouveau architecture, open courtyard, and buildings glimmering with gold. If I think of Vienna, there are few things that come to my mind, like Vienna sausage, Vienna coffee, Viennese cutlet, Viennese wall, and Viennese pastry. Wow, there are so many things from Vienna. You know, the croissant is a French word, and it's also famous for French pastry. But actually, the croissant became popular in France since 1770 when Marie Antoinette from Vienna married the Prince of France. So the original croissant is from Vienna. I don't have any souvenir from Vienna, but I have a friend there who will show us the city with his two daughters. This is Il with his youngest daughter, Anne.
비엔나에서 가장 아름다운 골목길에 나와 있습니다.
They went to the most beautiful street in Vienna.
Let's go.
Kinder Lieder gemacht und heute gehen wir hinein. Minasan konnichiwa. こっちはフランスシューベルトが生まれた家です。今日は入っていきます。Dann kommen Sie mit uns herein.
Stephen's Cathedral is one of the most famous cathedrals, with its stunning mosaic roof and the sheer height of its south tower. This church is also known as a place where Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and Constanze Weber were married. Schönbrunn Palace was the main summer residence of the Habsburg rulers. The name Schönbrunn means beautiful spring. The palace has 1,440 rooms and it's one of the most important architectural, cultural, and historic monuments of the country. The Belvedere is a historic building complex in Vienna. It's consisting of two Baroque palaces. Both buildings are used as galleries, but in the upper gallery you can find the most famous painting of Gustav Klimt, The Kiss. The Hundertwasser House is the expressionist landmark of Vienna. Hundertwasser is actually a name of an artist. After his idea and concept, Hundertwasser House was built by architect Josef Krawina. This is Wiener Rathaus, Vienna City Hall. It was constructed from 1872 to 1883. Normally it's always crowded here, but nowadays there are less people because of coronavirus. The famous Austrian foods are Wiener sausage, of course. This is Wiener Schnitzel. Wiener Schnitzel is made of veal, not a pork. But if you say Schnitzel nach Wiener Art, it means cutlet after Viennese style. It's pork. And this is Zwiebelrostbraten. It's a beef steak with a red wine sauce and onions on it. Sachertorte is famous as well. I'm not a fan of chocolate, so I don't like this, but I saw many people who love this chocolate cake. And Apfelstrudel is also famous as an Austrian pastry. This is Kaiserschmarrn. It's one of the famous desserts in Austria. Let's meet in the kitchen again. I'll make Wiener Schnitzel today. Thank you for watching this video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next Friday.